trade your tokens, so switch from one token to another, trade one token to another. We have a bridge which allows you to transfer a token between blockchains because you have a different balance on every blockchain. So if you have USDT on Binance Smart Chain, you don't have that automatically on other chains. But with the bridge, you can transfer the USDT from Binance Smart Chain to Bitgert, to later Core Chain, to Doge Chain, whatever chain you want to onboard. And the cool thing with our bridge is it automatically drops you the core tokens of that blockchain. So as you most likely know, when you want to send a transaction on a blockchain, for example a swap, then you need to pay gas fees, which are quite high on Ethereum, not too high on other blockchains. And if you don't have any of the chain's native tokens, so Ether for Ethereum, BNB for Binance Smart Chain, etc., then you cannot pay for these transactions. And what our bridge is doing is whenever you bridge any token over, you automatically receive some of the chain's native token, so you can buy, so you can pay for your transactions with it. And that makes onboarding new blockchains super simple. You simply need any cryptocurrency on any blockchain. Then you can trade these currency for one of our supported tokens like USDT and bridge that USDT over to a new blockchain, like for you Bitgert or later Core. And then you automatically receive these small airdrop for your gas fees. That's only to get your gas fees covered, and then you can proceed directly on these target chain. And what you can do on the target chain is you can buy into different projects. And you can provide liquidity for these projects. And providing liquidity for a project means you're pairing the token of the project together with other token of your choice. So for example, our token is the ice cream token, and you can pair the ice cream token with USDT and provide that as liquidity. So you're providing the same value of ice cream swap token and USDT as liquidity. And currently you are getting a very high amount of APY for that. At the moment we are at around 450% APY. So that means you provide $1,000 now, and in a year you have $5,500. So that's quite crazy. And for doing that, you need the tokens on the blockchain we are on. So for the moment, Bitgert mainly. Yeah. It's a bit sad that we can share the video, otherwise I could have shown you how to exactly go step through the process together. So that's a bit spontaneous now. But in general, yeah, that's the process how you onboard. First, you bridge USDT from Binance Smart Chain to Bitgert. Then when you have your USDT on Bitgert, you swap half of it for any token that you like, most preferably the ice cream token, as that gives you the highest APY, the 450% APY. And after you did that, you provide this this 50% of your initial USDT together with the ice cream tokens you just bought as liquidity. And for that, you completely automatically receive the weekly airdrops. So that means you don't have to do anything for it. After you provide that liquidity, the airdrops are in the ice cream token and are directly delivered into your MetaMask wallet. There's no need to claim anything or things like that. You just need to provide liquidity, and once a week you will receive ice cream airdrops into your wallet. Okay. And that is all available on Bitgert, Binance Smart Chain, Fused Chain, Doge Chain, Token Chain, and soon the CoreDAO blockchain. But on Core, we will be available once Core launches, and we also can provide any other infos for the launch date. So yeah. With this very small introduction, sadly without video, I would actually suggest to go into the actual AMA. So we unmute the chat, and you can write your questions in the chat, and I will answer them. Please keep in mind we are not the CoreDAO blockchain or team. We are a completely separated project, and we are only working with CoreDAO and will deploy on mainnet once it launches. So all questions about CoreDAO are way better answered in the Core blockchain Discord or Twitter space. Yeah. So then Shisam can unmute the chat and we can step through your questions. Okay, the chat is unmuted. You can now simply write your questions in the chat. Yeah, the airdrop is once per week for all liquidity providers on all the chains that we support. Ice cream airdrop, like described, you need to provide liquidity for that, and to provide liquidity, you simply bridge over a token like USDT to Bitgert, swap half of it to the ice cream token, and then provide these USDT together with the ice cream token as liquidity. Then you will receive the currently 450% APY on top of that. There's no pre-sale or initial coin offering as we are live already. So we are not a project that will launch soon. We actually are already live and have multiple millions in liquidity on the Bitgert blockchain. We also are by now the biggest swap on the Bitgert blockchain. So yeah, we are not a new project, and therefore there's no initial coin offering. But we are distributing all our ice cream tokens through these weekly airdrops. So instead of selling our ice cream tokens, we reward our liquidity providers with their value. For the liquidity provision, the USDT and ICE pair was just one example. You receive the biggest airdrops if the liquidity you provide contains ice cream token, so ICE and any other token. In the future, when, for example, for Core, you obviously can also provide liquidity for ICE and the Core native token. And also you can provide liquidity between ICE and Bitgert, Bryce token on Bitgert, which is the Bitgert native token. IceCreamSwap is fully decentralized. We are using the original unmodified Uniswap v2 contracts, smart contracts. So that means under the hood we inherit all the security of the Uniswap project. We are not like we have a bit of a different user interface, etc. But underneath the smart contracts are the ones from Uniswap that, and they are fully decentralized. What that means is even we, so the IceCream team, don't have any access to your tokens that you provide as liquidity. You are the only one who has access to your tokens. So that's fully not even fully decentralized, not only fully decentralized, but also fully trustless. So that means you don't even have to trust us. You just have to trust the smart contracts that we are using. And as we are using the contracts from Uniswap v2, you need to trust Uniswap v2 smart contracts. The total supply of the IceCream token is 10 million, but we are only distributing that quite slowly with the weekly airdrops. We still have most of it reserved for the airdrops, and currently I think it's close to 200,000 tokens in actual circulation. What's the minimum and maximum one can pay for the liquidity? Not sure how to answer that question. You need to provide liquidity, and you can provide liquidity in whatever amount you want. So the more liquidity you provide, the more airdrops you get. Since the airdrops are a percentage of the value of your liquidity, the liquidity just scales with the airdrops just scales with how much liquidity you provide. For providing liquidity, we have multiple text-based instructions and videos that show you step by step how to provide liquidity. What you need to do before that is you need to have tokens on the Bitgert Price blockchain, because as you need to provide liquidity with some tokens, you obviously need some tokens. And to get these tokens, you bridge them from Binance Smart Chain. So to put it very simple, you bridge a token like USDT from Binance Smart Chain to Bitgert, then swap half of it for IceCream token, and then provide liquidity with IceCream token and USDT. Providing liquidity, as I mentioned, there are lots of instructions and video tutorials in the Telegram group, but it's actually quite simple. You just go to the swap. There you press the pool tab, and under the pool tab you can say add liquidity, and then select how much you want to provide and which tokens. IceCream token currently is around $5 per IceCream token. Relationship between Bitgert and the IceCream swap, and therefore also IceCream token, is basically we just deployed or started on Bitgert, and by now we are the biggest DEX, so biggest swap on the Bitgert blockchain. Also, we provided some infrastructure for the Bitgert blockchain, like the RPC endpoint. That's basically the URL you need to add to your MetaMask.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good day and how? Hello, sir. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you, yeah.
My question is, I want to add custom token to MetaMask, but I don't know how the direction is. That is what I want you to send us a link. That is what we want to.
You mean how to add ice cream token to MetaMask?
I have already added it. What I want to custom token, that is, I want to add it to my token address. I don't know the decimal and the symbol.
You don't need that. You simply put in the token address and then the other fields fill out automatically. But let's keep, please, let's keep support in the group itself after this AMA and try to get like actual questions about the ecosystem answered. We will also be we will always be available in the group to support on different questions when stuff is not working or you just need info how to do certain things. Yeah, but let's not make that the scope of this AMA. Let's try to get the infos out of the ice cream swap itself. Again, please for all core related questions, just once more, we are not the core team and we can't provide you any informations that the core team does not provide you. We will launch on the core mainnet once the core mainnet is live. So our project that you can already interact with will be directly available on the core mainnet launch. Yeah, but that's basically all correlated infos we can give you. We are a separate project from core and we will just be available at launch. We don't have internal or can't provide internal infos. So do we have any non-correlated questions? Opening price $1 for ice cream, so for the ice cream token. So we are 5 times up by now. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Good afternoon. I want to know about the ice cream airdrop, because I'm just connecting now and I've not been online for some time now, so I want to know how it works.
Yeah, like I described, you need to provide liquidity on the BitGert blockchain, and then you receive weekly airdrops for that. So all you need to do is you need tokens on the BitGert blockchain, and then provide liquidity with 2 of these tokens, preferable one of them being the ice cream token. You can do that on our DApp. So if you go to icecreamswap.com and go to swap to the swap tab, then you can add liquidity on the pool tab. Yeah, and then you get weekly airdrops correlate or that scale with the amount of liquidity you add. So the more liquidity you add, the bigger your weekly airdrops are. Okay. I see we have quite a few more raising hands. For the airdrops, we will provide a simple instruction how to exactly get these airdrops, because we answered that same question now quite a few times. So please, all questions like how to get airdrops, please yeah, don't raise your hand. The others we will now unmute, so you can one after another ask your questions. Okay. So if you users are now unmuted, feel free to ask your questions. Now feel free to ask your question. Okay. Let's do it in another way. Sammy and Shisam, who are our moderators, and Victor, they will collect the best questions from the chat, and then they will relay them to me, and I answer them directly. This way we can go through the questions a bit faster than trying out who actually raises his hand to speak and who's just for funsies. Okay.
Walaikum salam.
Hello. Let's go through the liquidity provision once more, as that seems to be quite hard for many of you. For providing liquidity, you take 2 tokens on the Bitgert blockchain and you provide them together as liquidity on the Ice Cream Swap the website, and therefore you receive the 450% APY airdrops that are currently available. And they will be received through weekly airdrops, so you get them once per week. And the amount you get is dependent on how much liquidity you provide. So the more liquidity you provide, the more airdrops you will get. Okay. Let me...
Good day.
Good day. Hey.
Yeah, I want to ask if we can get the record of this, maybe video or audio record, so we can go through this over and over.
Yeah, we are recording the video and audio, but as it was planned a bit differently, we will create a separate short video where we directly show you the whole end-to-end process, how to provide liquidity and therefore get the airdrops. So I will just make a 2-minute video or so that's very condensed, where everything is shown that you really need for it. And then you can take a look at that, and that should bring you up to speed, basically.
All right, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. Okay. Okay, we also have, yeah.
Hello, am I audible?
Hey, yeah, we can hear you. Thanks for joining.
Yes, it seems like many of them are still confused. I was listening to the AMA. Just to let you guys know, I know that many of you are from Core, and you guys are actually mining on the phone. So basically, Ice Cream Swap is a swap like Pancake Swap, which you have for the Binance Smart Chain. Similarly, Uniswap for the Ethereum chain, and So we have another blockchain called Bitcut chain, and the swap for it is the ice cream swap. Now, Core is a separate project. It will be launching. It will be launching on own mainnet. That details we don't have. The thing is that they have partnered with us in a way that our swap and other features will be used by the Core blockchain, right? Regarding the airdrops, liquidity is a thing which is required to which is required for the transactions to go, right? So, like on the Pancake swap, we have it's all there are many pairs on it. Like you can swap BNB with BUSD, you can swap Bitcoin with USDT and other tokens. So for all that transaction, there you need liquidity. So you can provide liquidity on all those swaps. So similarly, ice cream swap is a swap for Bitcut chain, and you can provide the liquidity for with in pairs, like with BRIS and ICE, or with ICE or any other tokens. Now, when you provide those liquidity, for providing that liquidity, you get airdrops. Now, that's the airdrop which Simon was talking about, the ICE airdrops. So it actually works in that way. Simon is definitely going to post a video how you can provide liquidity and stuff. So basically, this was about liquidity. So you guys should also research something about what is liquidity, how you can provide liquidity on different swaps. So when you will provide liquidity on the ice cream swap with ICE as one pair, say for example ICE and USDT, or ICE and BRIS, then you will get airdrops every week, right? It is not decided that on which day you get, but you get airdrops every week. It is in a proportion of the amount of liquidity you have provided. Say for example, if you have like $100 of liquidity in total, so you get around 4% or 5%, whichever whatever is decided by the team, you get that amount of ICE tokens drop. So say for example, if you have provided $100 of liquidity, it's 5% is like $5, right? So you get $5 worth of ICE tokens in airdrop every week. So that was in a nutshell. So regarding the questions about Core, which everybody is asking, we actually can't help you in answering those questions because we are not from the Core team. So hope this helped you guys.
Well, thanks so much. That was a very nice and clean summary.
Yeah, it was appearing to me that people are, still getting confused about liquidity and all that stuff.
Yeah, we will definitely provide. Oh, we have an echo somewhere. I think that's you. We will provide a video where we will show exactly, like, step by step how to provide liquidity. A very simple and short video. And actually, we have a video that shows how to provide liquidity, but you also need to first get tokens on the Bitcut blockchain. As just was explained, you want to provide liquidity with two tokens, these pairs, and you need these tokens to provide liquidity. And if you don't have tokens on the Bitcut blockchain, you first bridge tokens from Binance Smart Chain to the Bitcut blockchain. So the process is you start on Binance Smart Chain, bridge over tokens to Bitcut, and then provide liquidity with these tokens for new users. Other users obviously already have Bitcut tokens, as they provide them quite a lot of benefits. Yeah. Actually, with this very nice summary, I think we have we have like this AMA is close to being completed. We will continue answering all questions in the chat. Again, for the core part, we will be on the core blockchain, but we are not part of the core team. So all core questions, please get them answered by the core team, and we can't help you with them. But yeah, at least we can provide you information that's not public yet. Okay, then let's continue in the chat. And thanks a lot for everyone joining. I will upload the video how to step by step provide liquidity for new BitGert users shortly. And yeah, nice to have you all in the community. Thanks for joining. Bye.